Hi ARK community. Welcome to our blog. We're going to be blogging by video fairly frequently from now on, and we hope that you gain something from this. I just wanted to share a little bit about what I've been thinking about recently about the heart of God and why we choose to do what we do and engage with kids in out-of-home care and vulnerable children who need our help. And really, when it comes down to it, it all comes right back to the very beginning with the heart of God and the nature and the character of God. God is a missional God, and he has been so ever since the fall of humanity with Adam and Eve. From that moment in time when they chose to disobey God, he has been on a mission to bring people back to himself. And he had a specific plan for how to do that that really hasn't changed. It began with Abraham, and we read about it in Genesis chapter 12. And starting at verse 2, the Lord says this to Abram. He says, "I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you I will curse, and all the peoples on earth will be blessed through you." So God's desire was to bless Abraham and to show him blessing, to show him his heart and his character and his goodness and his grace and his mercy and his love, in order that Abraham would be a light to the nations, that he would bring that blessing to the nations. It was never simply about blessing just Abraham. It was about bringing that blessing and that goodness and showing it to the other nations so that people would be attracted to God and they would understand God's passion and his grace and his goodness and his heart for them and his heart for humanity, so that they would notice him and they would come and find him again. And really, that hasn't changed. All of these years later, as descendants of Abraham, whether by bloodline or not, as the people of God, we have a missional God, and we're required to be missional as a result. The blessing that we've received from God, the gracious addition and adoption into his family that we've received, is his blessing to us so that we can be a blessing to others, so that we can be a light to those around us. That plan hasn't changed. And so if that's God's heart, to be a blessing to people, to be a blessing to his people so that they will be a blessing to others, then it's not surprising that all the way at the other end of the Bible, in James chapter 1 and verse 27, James, the brother of Jesus, says that religion that God our Father accepts as pure and faultless is this: to look after orphans and widows in their distress, and to keep oneself from being polluted by the world. This is the heart of God. Of course, this would be the kind of religion that he accepts, because he blesses his people so that they will bless others and show his goodness through them. This is our mandate. This is our job. This is our mission. And this is what God sees as pure and faultless. You know, sometimes these tasks that we have in front of us can be really difficult. Sometimes the children that we have in our families can be challenging. Sometimes this can be a real cross to bear and a sacrifice for us. But this is religion that God finds pure and faultless, because we are caring for the orphans of our day. And orphans back in the day when James was writing this may have been children without a mother or father. But in this day and age, it's children in out-of-home care. These are the orphans that we find ourselves surrounded by in our society. Those who may have parents but don't have the opportunity to be with them. Those who need to be raised in a loving home, to be shown the grace and the goodness of God, to be blessed through us and by us, prayed for, looked after, and simply pointed to a loving God who passionately desires their well-being, their best, that he desperately cares for them in a deep and passionate way. And we show that to them. So, as you engage in whatever way that you choose to engage, through ARK, with ARK, for vulnerable kids and looking after them, bringing them into your homes, supporting others who are bringing them into their homes and families. We just want to say, keep going, because this is God's heart. It was from the beginning of time. It always will be. And we are right in the center of what he has called us to do. Bless you guys.